If y'all remember a couple days ago, I did a video about a girl by the name of Amari Allen who goes to school in Fairfax, Virginia, who says that she was pinned down by three white boys and they basically assaulted her and cut some locks out of her hair. Now, when I was on I got the notification from two people. One of them was a troll. But then I got one from a person I recognized, and they said it turns out that this whole thing was fabricated. So what I did was I went to Google, and sure enough, after I typed her name in, the story had came out about an hour ago and said that she completely fabricated this entire story. I said, here we go. I said, she is the second black person in a month that has done this. If you remember, the first one I did was about the ex-football player who has this restaurant in Georgia who says that it was pretty much destroyed by these white supremacists, and it turns out that he was the one that did it and tried to frame them, and then he got charged for that. Now here you have this story right here where she fabricated the story. So what it sounds like to me is that the only thing she did was cut some of her own locks out of her head. Because one thing I did notice is that I didn't see any bruising on her whatsoever. Because if she was pinned down on the ground, there probably would have been some bruises. And the way that they said that the way that she described it, she would have had some like minor cuts on her or some minor bruising, but there was none specified on her whatsoever. And when I was looking at the article, it also didn't specify a reasoning as to why she decided to make up this story. Now, if it is true that she was being bullied by these individuals over time, then no one's going to believe her because she lied. So the only thing I've heard so far is that her family has apologized to the community, the news outlets, the school, and to the parents of the boys, as well as the boys themselves. Now, like I said, she could have very well been bullied by these boys. And if she was, my only reason as to why I believe she did this is because maybe her complaints fell on deaf ears and she decided to fabricate this whole story to try to bring some attention to it. But that wasn't the way to go about it, because now it puts her in the hot seat as being a liar. But then, throwing in the part that they said racist things about her and everything like that. I said, in this establishment in 2019, in this climate we're in, we should not be lying about racist things happening to us when it's clear and evident that they'll just happen when they decide to happen. Because now it's like you're trying to look for sympathy points. You're looking for people to be outraged for you, and it makes it harder to prove when someone else has something racist happen to them. The only thing I didn't see in this article is them saying she pulled a Jussie Smollett, but that doesn't mean that one of those other little blogs won't try to say that. Like, say if a Breitbart gets a hold of it or Reddit gets a hold of it, doesn't mean that they probably won't put it in there, because they have a bloodthirst for when something like this occurs. But she, at this point, has lost all credibility. Like, if anything was to happen to her on that scale, no one would believe her. So in this way, I cannot feel bad for her anymore. I can't. It's unfortunate because now she's brought her family into this, and now her family has to deal with the repercussions of it more so than her. But like I said, black people, no matter what the age we are, and she's old enough to know better, you don't have to go out there and fabricate a lie that something racist happened to you. If it happens to you, trust me, you will know when it happens to you. That's why so many of them be so quick to push back when something racist does happen to us, because of situations like this, even when it's clearly evident that something racist did indeed happen. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments, and I'll talk to you in the next one.